I'm not sure how many people here remember this. Termez was Germany's first military base overseas since the Second World War. And after the Second World War, a provision was put, I'm not sure whether it was into law or into the actual constitution, to say that Germany should not be allowed to station its military abroad. And the reasons why, after the Second World War, it would be felt necessary to have such a provision in Germany are obvious. That provision was repealed specifically so they could open the Termez military base. And there's a horrible irony in the fact that Germany did that in order to provide, in effect, material support and diplomatic cover to an appalling dictatorship, to a totalitarian dictatorship.
Richtig ist auch, es wurde schon angesprochen, dass Zentralasien nicht zuletzt aufgrund der Nachbarschaft mit Afghanistan besondere Bedeutung zukommt. Die friedliche Zukunft in Afghanistan ist eng mit einer friedlichen Zukunft in Zentralasien verknüpft. Usbekistan hat mit seiner Teilnahme an der Afghanistan-Konferenz in Bonn im Dezember 2011 ein Signal gesetzt, dass es die Partnerschaft der internationalen Gemeinschaft mit Afghanistan unterstützt.
A democracy must always be conscious of its values when it goes to war. Now, this does not mean that a democratic state will not make compromises in wartime. Of course it will. Nor does it mean that a democratic state will not align itself for security purposes with an authoritarian state that abuses human rights and sneers at its democratic values. But it does mean that a democracy that undertakes such alliances should calculate very carefully the cost of its compromises and act conscientiously to minimize them.
Given the complex political situation and actors, there is a general sentiment in the region that the West, including European countries and United States, is turning a blind eye to the appalling human rights situation due to parallel priority in neighboring Afghanistan. The military base in Central Asia, as well as the Northern Distribution Network, play a key role in international effort to stabilize Afghanistan. However, it should not come at the price of overlooking democratic effort in the broader region.
Of course, Germany and the NATO states must be concerned with the proper supply and protection of forces that have been sent to Afghanistan, far away from NATO's traditional theater of operation.
Yes, the country is strategically important today, and yes, it will be strategically important in the future. I think if we accepted the argument today that you can compromise human rights for the benefit of some short-term strategic advantage, whether that is in Afghanistan or in the region or in Pakistan, whatever, if you accept it today, I think you have to accept it in 5 years and 10 years and 15 years from now, because the region will be strategically important in all foreseeable future. And it is wrong today as an argument, it will be wrong in the future.
And I'm sorry to say, I have to say, and I said my own government sickens me, Germany sickens me even more, that the first German military adventure abroad since the Second World War is in support of totalitarian dictatorship, is an irony of history which I would have hoped every German citizen would have done anything to avoid.
The big lesson of the Arab Spring is that it is never, ever a good idea to go to bed with dictatorships. And that was precisely what the West found out when their fingerprints were all over the Mubarak dictatorship, all over Ben Ali.
The Karimov family has enormous gain from NATO operations in Afghanistan and the logistical support operations. And I think the first question is, do they need any further incentives? I think the larger question is whether Germany has gotten for itself and for its allies the best available deal. I'm skeptical that it has. I'll just say that candidly. But I'd start with acknowledging that we don't know enough about what that deal is to really judge it. And so I think a good starting point for improving this relationship is transparency. So what does it mean when a nation goes on a mission to build democratic values in Afghanistan and pursues this by coddling a dictatorship in Uzbekistan? And I think there is a specific German technical term for this, and it's called eine Schnapsidee.